everybody, it's Monica. Welcome back to another plan with me. I was able to get my last video down by 10 minutes from the previous video. So this one and this one, it took me a little bit longer. I was getting back into the swing of things. So I'm on a mission. I'm making this one even faster. So this week I am sticking with pink. Mostly because I don't cover this part up and it's pink, so I'm trying to just do some pink kits and we'll just see where it goes from there. But this kit that I'm using is from my shop. I titled it Cherry Blossom. So here is a sheet of full boxes and ombre heart checklist, the boxes and extra stuff, patterned headers, checklist, more stuff you can see, date covers, bottom washi, more stuff, headers, little things, and icons. And this week I decided to pair it up with some silver foil. So I do have a Simply Gilded washi here with the silver bows, and I also have this overlay from Rose Colored Days. Let's see if we can see where the edge is, and it's just gonna be little bows. I don't know if you can see that. So you'll definitely be able to see it once I have it on my planner, but there we go. So this is what we're doing this week. I also am going to pair it up with a new item that I have in my shop. I now have a watercolor collection of date covers in 5 different colorways right now. This one is titled Night Sky. Now, anytime I use my own product, it's like my sample or my prototype. So there's a few things that are like the title is skewed off to a little bit to the side and I'm missing my logo here. But again, these are the ones that I use to practice and make sure they look good before I list them. So that's what this is. But anyways, it's a watercolor, kind of watercolor ombre, and with the dates or the names of the days and the confetti dots. So, and this one is in silver, so I'm thinking I'm going to use this gray tone. I think it would look pretty, and I'm going to get started. So I'm going to go ahead and get the foundation of my kit laid out, and then I will be right back to you. Okay, so this is what the spread is looking like right now. Oh, I forgot to put my full boxes. Be right back again. All right, look at how gorgeous this looks. I am loving everything about this. Okay, so now we are ready to go with our day by day. All right, so now that I have everything laid out, I'm ready to put down Monday. So the way I use this particular planner, this is my like memory keeping planner. So I have an everyday carry that I pre-plan out my week, and I have everything written down in there, and I'll show that to you as well at some point. But this planner is strictly my memory planner. So what I do is I sit down at the end of the night, or maybe after a couple of days, and I go in and I fill in the events of my day. So the events that have occurred have already happened. So once I post it at the end of the week, or the Monday of so like this plan with me went up today on Monday, and I do that just because you know, I just want to keep the things that I've done, you know, I can keep private, whatever I need to keep private, and just things have already passed. So anyways, I'm just putting it out there that this is kind of the way I plan. So Monday was a busy, productive day. We started off this morning with getting everything ready for now. our math teachers to start testing their students. So we have 2 days worth of math and then 2 days worth of ELA. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to use a little laptop sticker from Very Cute Design, just so that I can notate that it was our math maps testing that day. Then I did have to run out of the office for just a little bit because I had to get my daughter Emma to a doctor's appointment. So I'm going to use one of these little appointment labels. And I'm going to go ahead and just put it here on the side like this, or the other direction this way. And I have a foiled icon sticker that I'm going to use to mark that I took her there. And then I'm going to use a little thing to mark. So I'm trying to be better at posting on Instagram, you know, just things about my shop, posting my planner, just being a little bit more social on my social media. So I kind of want to track when I do that. So I have a little emoji from Coffee Monsterz Co that I'm going to use to write down that I posted on Instagram. And then I'm going to put another label here. I'll use a patterned one. Let's see. I'll use this one. A little patterned box here, quarter box, just so that I can mark that the rest of this morning and day, basically, the other strategist, one of the other strategists and I worked on preparations for the PSAT. Our 8th graders have to take that next week, so I'm using a little girl here from Planner Studio to mark that we had to just get some prep work done. And then in the afternoon, I had 2 meetings just right back to back. And I'm going to use a, I think what I'll do is use a, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use one of these labels. I use this one. And right in the center of it, I'm going to use one of my scripts for that says meeting. And I'm going to put that right in the center. That's pretty. A little silver foiling. Can we catch that foil? Okay. And then I'm going to use my little hexagons here. I think I'm going to put 2 hexagons to mark the 2 meetings. So let's see, I still haven't found my tweezers, but we'll put one here. Whoops, too far. Put it just like that, and just like that. Okay, let's see. Work smart. Not straight. Okay, that'll have to do. And then I'll use another little quarter box here for one last appointment that I had to race our daughter to, because it was, you know, our traffic here is so awful when we leave work, so we had to race her to another doctor's appointment. So I'm going to use a little running icon to say we had to run and hurry up and get her. And then after her appointment, my husband took us to Chick-fil-A. Now I don't normally put stickers over here, but I will. because I can't resist using the Coffee Monsterz Co. little Chick-fil-A resembled icon there. And then one last thing I am going to mark is that our Boomer, today he is 8 weeks old. So I'm going to write that right in here. Let's see, I don't want to, oh no. Just put it here. So our little Boomer, 8 weeks old, and I want to put a little paw print on there. Let me grab my, I didn't grab that. So I got a little paw print on my sheet of icon stickers here. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out real quick. I'll be right back. So here is what Monday looks like all filled out. Now on to Tuesday. Tuesday was a busy day. It started off with my husband needing to leave for work early because his students had an early morning performance. And so that also meant that I had to drive myself. Since we work together, we normally drive together. And this day I had to drive myself. So I'm just going to use a little quarter box. And then I have these little violin stickers that I made for myself here to mark anytime my husband or my daughters had performances. So that's that. And then, so in the morning I had 2 meetings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my 3-heart checklists because I had 2 meetings back to back. So I'm going to do a checkbox right here. And then I'm going to put a little thing on top of it to cover up that first checkbox. So let's see. Maybe I'll just use this gray. So I'm going to cover it up because I'm going to put a, let's see if I have it over here. I didn't get this one out already. I'm going to check to see if I have my meeting sticker. And no, I don't. That's okay. So actually what I could do is I'll just use this work label. And I also pulled out a little coffee sticker that I used to have in my shop a while back. So I'm going to put this coffee cup here, and then I'm going to put the work label right on top of it. And then I'm going to put my 2 meetings that I had right there. And then I'm also going to notate that on this day I had to move our Chromebook carts that we have. I had to move them into labs so that teachers would be able to use them the following day. So let me grab another label. Let's see, I'll use one of these to put here that I moved those Chromebook carts. And then I have a little check mark foiled icon that I'm going to put check. I did that. Okay. So then in the afternoon, my daughter Emma had a dance practice. So let's see. I'm actually going to use a flag. I'm going to use one of the flags that's up here in the header of my kit. And I'm sorry if you hear the landscapers in the background. Sorry, they just showed up right as I started filming. So I'm going to layer this little practice sticker on there, and I'm going to write that she had practice. And then another full box. Let's see, do I do a full box? Let's see. I do, but oh, it might not fit. Okay, let's see. Not a full box, a half box is what I meant. I think I'll just use one of these half boxes. Okay, I need to make sure I can fit another label in here, so maybe I need to do 2 quarter boxes instead. Let's see. I will use I kind of want to use a solid label because I have a pattern here, so I kind of want to use a solid. So I'm going to put this here. Okay, that came out crooked, and my tool is in my package. Oh, that's okay. I'm going to fix it. Just grab it. Okay, let's make this a little straighter. Okay, I think it's still crooked. That's all right. It's gonna do. And then I will use another, let's see, maybe I'll use one of these labels. Okay, so on this day, our puppy Boomer went to the vet for the very first time. So this is what I'm going to do, because I have a little icon from my foiled icon sheet that I want to use for Boomer, and that the little doctor one as well. And he did so good. He is 8 weeks old, and he already weighed in at 17 pounds. He's going to be a big boy. And then since he did such a good job, right afterwards, we drove to Starbucks so that he could get his very first little puppuccino. So I put in a little coffee sticker right here as well. So give me a second. I'm going to fill this out. I'll come right back to you to show you what Tuesday looks like and then to move on to Wednesday. All right, so here is what Tuesday looks like filled out. Now on to Wednesday. Wednesday was a frustrating day, but it's all good. It's all fine. First, I had to take my daughter to work, and she worked early in the morning. So I drove her to work, and I'm using a flag, and then I had an old colorway in my shop for some date covers, bows, hearts, things like that. They're not in my shop right now, but it's a gorgeous colorway. Let me know. What do you think? Should I bring it back into the shop? I loved it so much. So anyways, I'm using one of those bows to mark that she had to work that day. And then I'm going to use a half box to write that we started our MAPS testing with the ELA department. So for the English language arts testing. So I'm going to mark it like I did here, but I'm marking this one with a big half box, because it was also very frustrating. There were a number of issues that occurred, so it was a frustrating day. But we got it. It's okay. No big deal. And then later in that afternoon, I had to schedule a doctor's appointment for my daughter. My daughter, I think, suffers from sleep apnea, so we need to get her to see what we need to do to get that fixed for her, because it's awful listening to her just like toss and turn at night, and she does not get good quality sleep. She wears her Apple Watch at night, and it monitors her sleep, and she's not getting hardly any good, full, restful sleep. So anyways, I was finally able to make an appointment for her, so I put that little flag there going that direction so I could put the little icon on top of it. And again, that's from my foiled icons. And then after school, she had dance rehearsal again. She is in dance PE, and they have a recital, a dance show. I don't want to say recital, sounds silly, but they have a dance show coming up on Friday and Saturday, so they are spending the afternoons rehearsing. So I'm just going to mark it the same way I marked it on Tuesday, just with a different flag from the kit. And then after that, I did my nails. So let's see, I'll use a little skinny. Haven't used a skinny yet. So I did my nails. And when I say I did my nails, I literally just changed my press-on nails because I was getting my nails done at the salon and I love it. It's beautiful, but the amount of money, the expense, the time, whatever. So anyways, I just stick to my Kiss press-on nails and love that I can change them whenever I want to, and it's easy. So that is my story there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put a quarter box down here that afterwards I worked on some, oh, I don't like too much the same. But I want to use a pattern. I don't know if I have any more. Yeah, I do. I have one on this sheet. I'm worked on some orders. I had a couple of orders I needed to get ready, and because I like to get all of my orders out on the same day, so I make my time to print and cut and ship out, get the labels, everything done. That way they can go in the mailbox the very next day. So that's what I did on Wednesday. Let me fill it out. All right, so here is Wednesday all filled out, really zoomed in, sorry, it was out a little bit. So here is Wednesday all filled out. Now on to Thursday. So Thursday wasn't such a super crazy day, but it did start off with me taking my daughter to work. She had to work in the morning. So I'm going to mark it the same way I did before with a flag and a bow. And then when I got to work, we had a meeting. Let's see. And okay, yeah, I'll just use I'll go ahead and use a half box here. So we had a meeting because next week our 8th graders are going to be taking the PSAT. So the strategist and I had to just hold like a little meeting to show the 8th grade teachers who are administering the test everything that they needed to do. So I'm just marking this with a little coffee mug here. It's a printable from Paper Crown Planner, and to write down that we had that morning meeting. And then later in the evening, it was actually after school, but just for spacing, I'm going to put it up there. My husband went to a meeting as well. It was a zoning meeting for our school is affected because we're getting a brand new school. Our brand new school is being built. We are in the oldest middle school in Las Vegas, and we're getting a new school, and it is almost completed, but it is also going to hold many, many more students. So they kind of have to figure out the zoning for it. And so this day there was a meeting because to increase our zoning obviously means it takes away from others' schools zone, or, the students who would normally go to their schools. So there was a big meeting to discuss that. So my husband went to see what was going on. And then after school, my daughter Emma also had dance practice one last time. So again, I'll mark it with a flag. Same way as before, with my little practice script, foiled script. And then we ended the evening, my daughters and I ended the evening going to a planner meetup. So the local planner group that I'm in here in Las Vegas, we like to do meetups at a coffee shop, and we do them twice a month. And I hadn't been to one in a while. I'm going to use this cute sticker from Coffee Monsterz Co. For this little planner meetup. And it is like really huge, but let's see, how do I want to do it? I'll just put it down here to mark that. I knew I was going to have a lot of space, so I used the larger sticker from the sheet. But it was so much fun seeing my friends again. I hadn't seen them in a while, so I need to definitely make sure I keep going to those because they're super fun. So let me fill out Thursday. Come right back. Okay, here is Friday all filled out. Now on to, I'm sorry, Thursday all filled out. Now on to Friday. Friday was a busy day, starting with Victoria headed off to work in the morning. So another flag. It's kind of annoying that she works so early in the morning because she's like one of their top salespeople. Anytime she's out on the sales floor, she like does the most sales, but they schedule her to work so early in the morning. Like this is before the store even opens, and she like unloads a truck and helps get set up the store and stuff. But it totally doesn't even make any sense that you would have one of your top salespeople not out on the floor selling stuff. So I don't know. She's a good hard worker, which is why I'm sure they like her being there, because she does exactly what she's supposed to do, exactly how she's supposed to do it. And that's amazing, but it doesn't make much sense to me. Anyways, whatever. So this day was also the day that our 8th grade teachers were going to do the bubbling in of the answer sheet for the PSAT. It's such a long process, and the amount of time we have on actual test day wouldn't have given us enough time to fill out the answer key, like the answer sheet, the students' names and birthdays and all that stuff that they have to fill out. So we had to schedule a second day. So this morning they did that. And then, let's see. Oh, and then I had to sit in the computer lab. No, not in the computer lab. I had to sit in the, I was in the library because we had a long-term sub in one of our science positions, and they were not going to be able to do any sort of makeup testing for students who didn't get to finish their MAPS testing. So I went ahead and did that for those students to get finished. So that was this pencil sticker, I have no idea where it came from. It was on a sheet of stickers, like on my extra sheets. And then this is a printable from Paper Crown Planner. And then after doing that, I did want to notate that I did place an order for some specialty sticker paper for a friend of mine. I'm making some specific labels for her. So I just want to notate that I ordered that paper on this day. So I'm going to use a little arrow from the kit with this little credit card foiled icon. And then, so I did that, and then I want to also write down that my husband had a gig this day. I'll use one of these labels. Let's see, I'm going to just put it upside down because I'm going to cover that anyways. Let's see, actually let me do this first so that I make sure I have enough room. I need another, actually let me see, where are my, I'm going to put this bow box here. So actually I think I need to use a little thing because that won't fit. So let me grab a little thing. That's why I like that I printed these blank, but I didn't put any little icons on there, just for this reason. It's great to be able to just use a skinny little sticker that I would be putting my own icon on anyways. So I'm going to use this little music note again from my foiled sticker sheet to write down that my husband had a gig this day. And then in this box, this was the first day of my daughter's dance show. So I'm going to use this little excited girl from Happy Daya to mark that because it was so good. All right, let me fill this out. And here is Friday all filled out. Saturday, I have a lot of stuff that I want to write down that I'm actually going to have to cover up this full box with some stickers as well. So let's get started. It started with a very productive morning because I started cleaning my my kitchen, my dining room actually. So cleaned the dining room as well as cleaned up the living room and my bathroom. So very productive day. I'm gonna put down this little clean sticker from Happy Daya. That is so super cute. I'm sorry, it's super sideways. So super cute. It's just the scene of a kitchen that with a cat on top and it says clean. Super cute. And then after that, I went and I took my daughter Emma to hang out at her friend's house. So let's see. Well, I don't need to use a little skinny one. I'll use one of these labels here. She went to her boyfriend's house actually. And it's funny because I asked, you know, what do you guys do? And of course the parents are there and all that. And she said, he got a new Star Wars game. So we were playing Star Wars game or something. I don't know. So funny. So I'm going to put this little gaming icon there from my sheet. And then after that, after dropping her off, then we had errands that we needed to run. So we had to go and pick out some paint samples because we are getting our house painted. And we needed to go and just kind of like finalize what color paint we were going to do for our house. And it is not an easy thing to do. So we had to go and get some paint samples. So I'm going to put that. And then after that, we also ran to Ulta for a quick little Ulta run, little makeup buying sesh. So I'm just going to use a little thing here with a little credit card foiled icon from my sheet. And then after that, we had to go to Sam's Club. I'll use this little label I had pulled out earlier. But it's pink. I want the same color. I'll use this gray one. So we had to go to Sam's Club to pick up a prescription. And while we were there, we did a little Sam's Club run. But I have this sticker from Happy Daya that I rarely use, running out of space. Pick up prescription, so I'm going to write that on there. And then another really important thing that I wanted to notate here for this day is that we gave Boomer his heartworm medication. And so I need to remember this day because it has to be every single month that he takes this medicine. So perfect little heart icon to put on there for Boomer. Okay, so then after that, I'm going to use another bow half box. Oops, bow half box. I peeled that sticker up too fast. Because my daughter Emma had her second night for her dance show, so I'm going to mark it the same way with the same little Happy Daya girl. And then after this, we went out to dinner to celebrate, and we went out with a couple of friends of ours. And I will just use another one of these labels. And I'll put that down here. And I'm going to use this little Coffee Monsterz Co emojis to show that we, oops, can't even see. We went out to dinner with some friends to celebrate Emma's recital there. All right, Saturday was super busy. Let me fill it out and then we'll finish up Sunday. All right, so here is Saturday all filled out. And then Sunday, today is currently Sunday, so I'm not sure how my evening is going to finish exactly, but I'll get Sunday filled out. It started off super fun, playing with Boomer all morning long, and he is just learning so much so fast. I'm so lucky to have such a good dog because he has made this process so much easier than we've ever had in the past. So I'm just going to mark with this little ball that we had our morning playing with Boomer, and he discovered the sunlight today, and it was so cute because we have an upstairs balcony and we had the door open, and he'd just like go out and just lay down in the sunlight. It was so cute. So, and he had never done that before. So anyways, that was that. And then I am finishing filming and editing today, which is a big chunk of my day. So I'm going to use this half box here, and I pulled out these two emojis from Coffee Monsterz Co. This one says film, this one says edit, so I'm just going to use both of them to fill in that space. And then we are going to make a Costco run. So let's see, what do I want to use for Costco? I'll just use a flag with an icon from Paper Crown Planner. So here is this flag with the little grocery cart on it. And then, like, the most important thing I have to do today is clean my makeup brushes. So I'm going to use this skinny label, and I will put this here just with this this script, again, Paper Crown Planner, that says clean brushes. And then I just have this little space right here. I'll just put something for now, and then I guess fill it in this evening if something miraculous happens. What do I want to put there though? I'll just use one of these guys. I'll find something to put right there. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to fill this out and then I'll show you what the completed spread looks like. All right, so this is what the finished spread looks like. I've got lots of silver foil in here. It was such a fun little kit to use. I love the colors. I love the silver accents. This is what I have left on my kit. So I used a bunch of stuff. So here are some extras that I didn't use. I only have one half box left over. And then this, I used everything on this sheet actually. I can just put this somewhere else because this whole sheet is done. And then since I don't use the ombre heart checklist, those are all still there, but I used the flags. I used the quarter boxes. I still have some flags left over. I have tons, practically this whole entire sheet still available to use. I've got some check flags and some other little functional things here, and then the date covers and some more boxes. So still tons of stuff. Really, truly, if I wanted to still use this for another week, I have the date covers to still use, checklist or ombre heart checklist. The only thing I wouldn't have are full boxes, but if, I could still definitely use this if I wanted to plan out another week. So awesome there. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet already, please hit that subscribe button and follow me along on this adventure. Thanks a lot. Bye.